Welcome to the program Citizens Dialogue on First Nations Port Harcourt. I am Becky Usoro, and here set with me is King Sojalo, our First Nations political analyst. Please stay with us. Welcome back to the program Citizens Dialogue on First Nations Port Harcourt. Thanks for joining us. It's a pleasure having you, King
Thank you
Sojalo.
so much, Becky.
How are you doing?
I'm fine, thank you.
Okay, so let's just head straight to the story for today. Kano Governor Abba Yusuf resigns from NNPP amid crisis triggers political, shockwave. The Kano State Governor Abba Kabir Yusuf has officially resigned from the new Nigerian Civil Party NNPP, a move that has sent shockwaves through the state's political landscape. The governor's decision, which took effect on Friday, January 23, 2026, was conveyed in a formal letter to the NNPP leadership, in his Disco Chiranchi ward, Gwale local government area. The designation was disclosed in a statement issued by his spokesperson, Sanusi Tufa. And then he gave the reasons. One of the reasons of his exit was that the crisis has weakened unity and created uncertainty at both state and national levels. He was talking about internal fragmentation and multiple court cases, surrounding the party. So what do you have to say to that story?
Kabir Yusuf resignation, I think it has really placed the minds of most especially the state of Kano, at least whereby the people, though it has been a thing of it has been an arriving news for a long time. We've been hearing rumors and hearing about that, his defection to the APC seems to be arriving. He has made it clear most times, but it has not been fully, implemented. So I think so. To me, it's kind of not a new news, but the sudden move.
And he didn't even done. I think he left about 21 members as well.
Yes, and also I think almost 14 local government chairman as well.
44 local governments.
Thank you, 44 defected to the APC. You understand now. There is something I really want to point out in this event of the Kano State Governor. We're talking about Kabir Yusuf. He made some certain statement concerning his reasons of defection. He said concerning he said the party has internal crisis. Now the question is this: every governor who are defecting to the APC, if you look at from their statements, from their reasons, you will discover that each of the parties, I'm not just talking of just PDP now, you discover that each of the party they are decamping for, they are all having one crisis or the other. Now another question is what most Nigerians want to ask now. The APC they are decamping to. Are we saying that the APC
doesn't have internal crisis?
Thank you. You understand?
Yeah.
That is what Nigeria is wondering. Is it that the APC is a party, is painted fully white party that there's no chaos, no internal crisis, they're not having dispute, or there are no alleged accusation raised upon any members of the party? That is one question I think is really roaming in the minds of Nigeria currently, because we have a lot of political party and coalition in Nigeria. Why is it that every coalition, maybe outside the ADC, are always having internal crisis? Talk about Labour Party. We all know about PDP. And then now this is the new Nigeria party. That's the NNPP now, where the Kano State Governor has defected from to the APC. He is still claiming that there's internal crisis, and he also made mention of something that really bad. He said it's also for the interest.
And just to interject you, with this kind of personality, with this kind of personality, and all these people that are going to the APC. Are we really looking at 2027 to say they'll come out of presidential tickets?
Well, I think this is one of the formula. This is one of the alleged formula that the president, he has orchestrated. Let me put it that way, in order to.
Or they're just going there to be a member?
No, well, we won't say not just. We won't say just
to support.
Yes, I think this is needing a coordinated support from every governors, personnel that are, some will say, I think the president.
So they are going there to support any person who is coming out for the 2027 presidential
election. You understand, which we all know is the president himself, which is the life of President Bola Tinubu. You understand. So I think is actually a means of subordinate support and also a means of people who will really bring the platform to the hearings of Nigeria, so that definitely APC will emerge as winner. But one thing we should know about the democratic system is, it's not about having, a multitude, in your platform in order to emerge. Emerging as president or emerging as winner in an election, it should be determined by the people. The people own, the affairs. The people own, the democratic power to bring in, a rival or a personnel into the presidential affair of the country. So
it should be based on voting.
Of course,
it
should be based on voting. Yes. So to me, I would say every to my own point of view, I would say every governor, every high-profile personas out there who are decamping, I think it's for their own interest, and most of them, using the people as an interface, trying to use the people to say, it's for the best interest of my people. Come on, we have millions of citizens in Nigeria, and I definitely know for sure that out of probably 100%, maybe just 5 or 10% will buy that idea. A lot of them have their own opinions, they have their own ambition, and they have their own political ambition, which they too are looking up to take leadership in Nigeria, not just for one particular party. And a state governor will start saying it's for the interest of the people. You understand? So state governors should look beyond that and really center their mind on what they really want, what they are really looking for, decamping to the All Progressive Party.
Okay, thank you so much, King Sojalo. Let's just look to the second story. Court steps down aside as Rivers impeachment battle shift to appeal courts. The legal battle over of course, what has been happening in Rivers State lately. The legal battle over the impeachment of Rivers State Governor Similayo Fubara and his deputy Ngozodu has taken a dramatic turn after Rivers State High Court sitting in Oyibo adjourned the case indefinitely, effectively halting proceedings at the trial court level. Justice Florence Fibare Sima on Friday suspended the further hearing in the suit filed by the governor and his deputy after being informed that the defendants had already filed an appeal on the same subject matter. The court agreed to step aside pending the outcome of the appeal, a move that shifts the impeachment fight squarely to the court of appeal. So what do we have to say to the story, looking at what's been happening in Rivers State lately?
Sometimes one will want to wonder and say, is this issue of Rivers State political crisis not going to come to an end? But I think whatever chaos that starts also has a solution, and it also will definitely be brought to a closure, which is what the people of Rivers State are aiming. Because if you look at this crisis, it's not just affecting the political system; it's also affecting, the well-being and also the well-being of the citizens. You
mean well-being? What do you mean by that?
I'm talking about those who are, attached to political affairs. You understand? It's also affected because when this crisis, is ongoing, the most system that are attached to the political affair of Rivers State, might be affected in one way or the other. So it's a good one from the court of appeal, the court that has really, adjourned this matter and suspended the impeachment process, so that it will allow the governor, to take out his duty, accurately without, boundaries and thereabouts. Now, what are the causes of, this impeachment process, pronounced by the speakers and the House of Assembly? It's been told that most of the reasons was because of a construction of the assembly complex. I think that happened last year and thereabouts, where I think there was an ordeal by the governor to demolish
construction and demolition.
Demolition. Thank you. To demolish the House of Assembly center and thereabout. We also talked. They also had.
They stated that these are one of the reasons.
Yes.
Why
financial withholding of that is withholding statutory fund from salary meant for assembly services. They also talk about illegal appointment, that is appointing a commissioner, maybe probably not ordered by the House of Assembly and thereabout. Now, I think a governor has carried out this act. It might be against the law, but I know for the fact that the same governor who might have done this still also has the capacity to make amendment to correct these things if there is one coordinate mindsets between him and the speakers of the House of Assembly. But if this crisis and impeachment process and thereabout not making the governor to be focused in his duty as a governor, definitely.
But looking at Rivers State, do you really think he's not focused on his duty at the moment?
Well, with this impeachment process, definitely, let's be honest, the governor's mind will not be at rest. Fine, even because from my own observation, I think the governor is still on his duties, on his course as a governor. But thereabout, when the House of Assembly is not making things easy for him, then there will be breakdown. You understand, in his own ambition, trying to work for the state. So I think I think this issue should be resolved as quickly as possible.
So just a question I want to ask you, Jalo. So if you're to be Fubara, now you're the governor of this state, what will you do at this point?
Well, I think first of all,
looking at what has been happening, since he started, he became a governor.
Well, first of all, just as you asked me, if I happen to be in the shoes of the governor himself,
just to wrap up that,
yes. Well, I will, I wouldn't want to take things violently, understand. I believe the governor will want to do that. I think, it will be there should be a conversation with the speakers and the House of Assembly members in order to,
So do you think they've not had this kind of,
but I think if
conversation?
For me, I don't really think, because if it has occurred, definitely I think the reduction of this crisis will really occur, because for now I think there is still kind of a dispute or disagreement that needs to be addressed, not just from the federal level, also within the state arena.
Thank you so much, King Sojalo. It's still the show, Citizens Dialogue on First News Port Harcourt. Let's go for a short break. When we return, we'll still be looking at Tinubu can't win 2027 if election is free and fair. Buba Galadima throws down Gotland. Let's go for a short break. Please stay with us. Welcome back to the program, Citizens Dialogue on First News Port Harcourt. I am Becky Osoro. Still here on set with me is First News political analyst King Sojalo. Thanks for joining us. Jalo, let's just use the story to round up. Tinubu can't win 2027 if election is free and fair. A chieftain of the new Nigerian People's Party, NNPP, Buba Galadima, has declared that President Bola Ahmed Tinubu will be defeated in the 2027 presidential election if the process is free and fair. Do you agree to what he said?
Well,
like he said, if the process is free and fair.
And he also said something alongside. He said he dares President Tinubu to challenge him. You understand? So, but looking at his statement,
and he's not the only one that have come out to say make this kind of a statement.
Yes, a lot of high-profile listeners. That is it. Right from time we've been hearing, people who.
So we're looking forward to this 2027 election.
Coming election. Well, let's really break it down. You understand? I wouldn't want to say Galadima has really maybe spoke out of anger or thereabout, or probably out of the defection of Yusuf, that is the state governor of Kano State. I think he's really trying to point out something, looking at the situation of Nigeria, you understand, and he made it very clear that if it will be free and fair, and that is where he's pointing to, you understand. Now, he made, in his discussion, he said, he tracked out something very clear. He said, if the people voluntarily come out to, for that election that is next year, definitely we are talking about, and the people who will most likely participate in this election, we're talking about the farmers, and we can look at in the crisis, in the insecurity crisis, most people who are really affected are farmers, right? We're looking at institutions.
Sorry, I didn't get that. You said the people that are what?
That are most affected in this insecurity crisis.
Okay.
Yes, are farmers and thereabouts.
No, it's affecting everybody.
Yes, but most farmers, you really find themselves being attacked by bandits.
If you say cases. Farmers, are you actually referring to the northern state?
Yes, the northern state.
Insecurity in Nigeria,
it's everywhere.
It's everywhere.
Yes, but farmers are likely to be more affected, most especially in that region. So? Now we've had cases of people being kidnapped in farms, thereabouts. Now, we also have the institute. Now, we could recall the incident that happened in Kebbi State, where students were kidnapped from their hostel. We also have, looking at, worship centers. Recently, it happened in Kano State. It has been happening in state like Kwara and
so sorry to interject. All of this you're trying to say, are you trying to make a point based on what
he said?
said?
Yes, because if you look at it, these are people who definitely come out, to vote for a permanent person in an election to emerge as winner as president. Now, with all the insecurity challenges and or let me say the crisis happening in Nigeria currently, definitely the person who is in charge of that administration, definitely the people with their experience will not want to vote. I don't know if you understand my point. So that is where it's really driving to. You understand? Looking at the country situation, and it's in the President Tinubu administration. Now, with the whole crisis scenario, economic breakdown and thereabout. So definitely people will want to say, with this administration that we've gone through all this kind of thing, I don't think this man this man is capable of of ruling this country, the way we expect next coming 2020. So the solution is this. I think the president still has time. You understand? Fine, 2027 at the corner. He still have time, to put things right if he really wants to emerge as winner. I'm not, in the best person to say, he's not going to be, he's not going to emerge as winner. We all have a lot of candidates, and we don't even know the mindset of those candidates if they'll be better off. But nevertheless,
because 2027 presidential election, it's like a hot seat.
Of course,
looking at what's happening at the moment,
and every candidate is really doing.
They are trying to put their best effort.
Of course, is it the APC? Is it the president? You can see defections here and there, and we know definitely the APC are not. You understand? Most of these governors, probably they might be talked into it to come to the party system or thereabout. But nevertheless, everyone is working towards, or everyone who has the ambition to become president are working towards it, radically, not just, you understand. So it's now left for the president. If this statement of the NPC chieftain, if this statement really work based on what he said, or if he's ready to stand up and challenge that statement and do what is right to emerge as winner in 2020, because Nigerians observe, so they see what is happening.
Fulfill all the promises he made to Nigerians.
Aside the promise, make things right. You understand? Most especially this insecurity that's really ravishing the country right now.
That's happening in this country now needs to be fixed.
Exactly. So definitely, if you make things right, the people will know, okay, yes, he's capable. But when you don't make things right, when you keep, looking above those ugly situations that the country is really suffering, definitely, no one would definitely want to vote for you.
So when he's looking at what ugly situations?
When I say ugly situations, the crisis Nigeria is going through. You understand? So definitely, no one would really want to, vote for you, because the people own the democracy, and without the cast, the vote of the people, except probably that you've gone through another means of winning the election, just like what he said. So
thank you so much, King Sojalo.
Thank you,
It's a pleasure having you on set all the time.
Thank you, Becky.
Thanks, everyone. That's our show for today. Citizens Dialogue on First News Port Harcourt. I am Becky Osoro. Thanks for watching.